Alright, so does it also record what we're saying, by the way?
Yeah, it should
Alright, cool,
record
cool, cool.
what we're saying.
Do
At
we
least...
run a test just to make sure?
well, we just pass the word if it's not, like, let's not waste time.
Alright.
Okay, but see, like, all these last hits are getting missed because you're chasing a thing. And that's a pity. So, I'm gonna pause real quick here. And I'm gonna screen share a presentation I made for my team for how you play the offlane in general.
Okay.
Because I think that's very useful. Because I think, like, if this should be your reference point. Let me just pull it up.
I have a small question though. Should we switch out our cores, the positions?
How do you mean?
Alright, so yeah, I just gave you a general idea what I'm talking about, but I play like me. I'm the Slark, so I'm the safe lane carry, but my playstyle is more aggressive. So should I be on the off lane instead of the safe lane, and then our off laner goes mid and our mid laner goes safe?
It's just the simple, we can just swap the first and third position at the moment.
Can you repeat? Like, I'm not really sure I understand.
So he's asking like, in general if we should like swap like the players on the positions, because we have different playstyles.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't really know the playstyle.
Yeah, that's why.
So that's like, as I said, it's a very general question.
Like, but I can't judge it. Like, if I watch your games more often, first of all, I think you're, like, without sounding like dick, you're probably too low MMR to even worry about what your lane or role is.
Yeah,
because like everything mechanically is probably on such a level that, like, the mistakes you're gonna make are not necessarily, am I more a hero who likes to create space or more a hero who likes to farm? Or it's probably more around the level of, can I get enough last hits and not like get zoned in lane to begin with? Because like you're gonna have the same issue in the off lane or mid lane if your laning in general is just not good enough.
Fair enough.
Okay, so let me
just note that usually we fall off at mid game. Like, we've played like so many games together. It's like it's never the laning phase that we lose.
Yeah, it's really the bad game, or overall.
Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen now. Can you?
We have to turn on screen share. It's like bottom left. I'm not sure how it works.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me get my. So this is what I told my team, right? Yellow, range creep. Red line, lane equilibrium. Blue line, you as the offlaner pull back this lane to your range creep. We're using aggro. So you use the lane aggro and pull back the melee creeps to your range. That means your range creep is gonna die, and your melee creeps are gonna hit his range creep. Now, ideally, any two offlane position 4 combo has one guy with a ranged nuke to secure the range. That can be a Crystal Maiden Crit Nova, a Legion Commander Overwhelming Odds, or a Centaur with a Rubik, where the Rubik uses his Fate Bolt, or a Shaman with his Ether Shock. Doesn't matter. Anyone who can secure this range creep, because it's the one that is most important to secure in his lane. After that, if you do this properly, lane will push into their tower, because you killed their range creep. Those 3 melee creeps are going to hit into their tower, and you should then focus on clearing their melee creeps ASAP as the offlaner. The position 4 walks to this camp to body block, because you don't want them to pull, right? After you block it, the 1 minute mark, you go to this camp and pull it like this, or pull it like this, depending on like how good you are, right? And make sure that at the right one, I think it's 113, right? Like you pull it up. Like you have to look it up. Like I'm mainly playing mid, but like it's around 113. I pull it, and you pull this your creep wave to this camp. You let your position 4 farm this camp, right? You let your position 3 farm their wave, and they have to contest the pool while you're trying to deny your wave.
So this is how double stout works, basically.
Yes, you can tank the wave, and then after that you can start. After that, the Centaur goes here, right, and the Bara goes ganking mid. Because now you've secured the lane for your Bara, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's all I wanted to say. I'm gonna stop screen sharing.
What is the timing of actually pulling that camp, the hot camp on this one?
It's when the creeps are at T1 tower. That I don't know.
Yeah, they spawn it.
It's 138 or something, or 48.
No, I think it's 113. I'm pretty
13.
sure, but I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, 13.
Gotcha.
Yeah, 13 and 48 is 2 times basically to like 30-second creep waves, right? Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay. Let's continue then.
Well, that's a very interesting note. Thank you.
Yeah.
So now they have double range under their tower, which means they can get 2 range creeps for free, basically.
Yeah, you're missing this wave now.
So yeah, and I'm trying to go like to get the creep
the wave.
waves, but if I can miss this one, so it's a
Yeah,
free
you should
farm
just
bit.
farm the small camp in the meantime. You have retaliate. If you're waiting for the creep wave, at least farm the small camp. That's efficiency.
Right.
Because like Bara already left, and I can't stay here anymore, so I get destroyed.
Hello, I'm Gabe Newell. You've just achieved
Yeah, and
first
basically
blood.
as I
Thanks
told,
and
I
have
need
fun.
the second stout shield. The creeps are
Also,
coming.
did you buy raindrops on Queen? Because like that's the best item against overload in the game. Storm.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Magic.
Well, that's an
I
item
got
you
the
should
extra
definitely get.
tangles, yeah. That
Yeah, you should probably put it on quick buy, honestly. Very important for mid.
The first creep you always kills the range creep. That's the most damage. Like the first, because you don't want to take as much damage, right? You run to that range creep and kill it. Also, because you don't want him to deny it. Like the sooner the range creep die, the more value you get out
Well,
of
I
it. Yes.
killed them kinda late, but whatever.
Now, if you don't want to like get zone, right?
And
what
here
you do
I
is you
like
pull that.
yeah.
Sorry, just pause. You can pull that creep wave to a camp, so it doesn't. You don't have to tank it, right? Because if he's contesting you, and he's also hitting you, you're tanking a wave and he's hitting you. If you pull it to like a camp, a small camp, a medium camp, right? Because they'll always follow you. You don't have to worry about pull times, right? You just walk to that camp, and you click the camp, and then you let the creeps kill the camp. Potentially, you farm a camp and creep wave, which is really nice. Or worst case, he comes to contest, which he does now. But at least he has it. You're not tanking the whole wave, and he has to contest the last that's on the camp, right? So you're keeping him busy, not attacking you. Or he can attack you, but then you'll just run around and at least get the experience from the camp and the wave. That's good.
Okay. So yeah, and I lose creeps because of that, basically all besides the ranged. Because like I don't have much HP that will be left. And I go away. And wait for the creeps. I guess the next wave. Okay, mid. Got the stall.
No.
Okay, what is the creep stat actually? 315. 19 and 9, like free farm void. Mid is kinda even like Queen of Pain is winning 10-6, 8-2.
Yeah, true.
Slark is 2-1.
Yeah.
and I am like 3-1. Basically, also like we fucked up this Bane shit. I was starting really kinda well, but then few bad moves. Okay.
Yeah, this is like you're definitely not as strong as you, so you be very careful.
Yeah.
Like, I think you just keep cutting waves. Yeah. But
Well,
still, this is bad because now you're zoned, right? You should not be in a position where you get traded like that.
Okay, so this here is a free farm, nothing to watch. Okay, now interesting part. Actually, a lot of debates were made because Bara was like it was a lot of screaming that top is lost, blah blah, and Bara went top to help the Slark farm.
No, if lane is lost, you don't help a losing lane. You keep winning a winning lane.
That's what I
said. That's what we all said, but somehow the supports just stayed up.
But we have two losing lanes. What we do in such a case?
Okay, listen, right? This is very simple because top is lost. If you stay in that lane, you're only making it worse for the Slark.
Exactly, because I need the XP, so I can farm the jungle.
This is what you do. You bring Oracle and Bara bottom or gank mid. It would have helped to begin with if Oracle had level 3 and started denying range creeps, because that's already a big thing. He's level 2. Slark pulls his own wave and starts farming small camps if he can't get to the lane, right? Like it's better to just farm the jungle with your own creep wave than to stay in lane and get everything denied.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You can do your own pools, and then Bara and how's it called? The Oracle can either roam around, make stacks. If you get your Q max on start, you farm the jungle decently fast with the clarity.
Mm-hmm.
Quop can help clear camps, but hanging around top trying to fight a tight hunter who's already clearly ahead of you in levels, in farm, and in gold, right, doesn't work. Because unless you bring Quop there, he is not going to die. And Quop is not ready to go there yet, because he's not level 6. He needs that ult.
Right.
Yeah, and basically starting from that point, starting from I think 4-minute mark, I told the team basically leave Slark and both our supports just move bot and try to outzone the faceless, because he is really getting out of hand with his creep denies all the double raise band
we
already.
can see that on the charts anyways.
Yeah, but the team still stays for there for 5 more minutes and everything gets so fucked. So from the point of return.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get my ultimate in time, so when Void has his first item, I'm still getting my 6, so I can farm the jungle.
Yeah, but as Sam Tower here, you just need to start cutting creeps, bring cells and everything.
I just wanted to get level 3 to get more retaliate damage. Because and also a lot of range creeps here coming and all this stuff, so
so it's fine to just hang here, but don't try and lane. Lane is clearly not in your favor. No, you save that stun for when he tries to deny a range creep and then you get blasted.
So
I killed the range creep with the stomp, one of them.
Yeah, but hold on. If there's one thing we need to note out of all of this, it's focus on range creeps basically. Focus on creeps, mostly.
Look, right, I'll be very honest, right? I play Meepo into Wind Turbine and Earthshaker. People's so I'm gonna sound a bit like a arrogant, high-ranked player, right? But that's you can give me, I can play against all these ancient players who pick all these counters to Meepo, and it doesn't matter. Because you pick your Earthshaker, I'll have 6 slots before you have your Blink. It doesn't matter, right? I'll just farm so much faster, have so much more net worth, so much more HP that even by the time you have your Blink, your Echo does about 5% HP. Right? It doesn't matter.
Makes sense, yeah.
I have my net worth is right. This is not about the priority list. Net worth, right? Yeah. Net worth is the single most important factor for winning, right? A level 1 can win with 6 slots from a level 25 without any items, right? Very simple. Then levels become very important. Levels is the second biggest thing. You want to get experience. Then after levels, it becomes matchups, right? Because I can tell you, a bad matchup against a higher level, higher farmed hero can still win against you. I can still win with for example, a let's just pick a really bad matchup for here. Phantom Lance against Sven, right? It's not the perfect matchup, right? Yeah, you can play it, but doesn't matter if Sven has Mascot Madness Echo Saber while Phantom Lance has 2 Butterflies and a Scotty, right? It's not comparable. So I think you should really focus on getting golden experience and really maximizing that first before you start worrying about matchups, rotations, and everything, right?
Fair enough.
Every game, unless you're at the highest level, in let's just say until 4.5k, is pretty much won by just having a better laning stage and just snowballing from there because you just have better farm. And making sure you get all that farm is super important. If you look at their 3 cores, they're top net. That's the only thing I need to know about this game, and I can tell you who's going to win, basically, right? Unless they start throwing everything. But if at 5 minutes they're all ahead, chances are they're going to win the game. Because they won 3 lanes and you won 0.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
Okay, you look at the Dota buff. You have Dota Plus?
Yeah.
Okay, look at the win probability. Let's see what he thinks about it. See? He agrees. He agrees, right? If he sees 3 cores ahead, he's man, looking good.
Yeah, it's over.
75% already.
It's nearly 70%, yeah. And the game hasn't started yet.
Yeah, but it does
well, basically, I said
by
the game was
time you start your game, they're finishing it, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, that's the point.
I say told I will lose the game on the 5-minute mark.
It's like, you know, I understand that I need to be farming as like as a carry, you know, as a position 1. But it's like I need to get more creative with my farming. Like as you said, I should be pulling creepers more often. Like pulling my creeps into the jungle early on until I get my level 6 and that shit.
Yeah, if you can't lane, that's the best way of getting something.
Yeah. At least I'm getting something. Yeah, you have a great point. Okay, this guy's raging. So yeah, it's like I need to get, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I need to know as a carry that I still don't know. Like this is interesting. Like I didn't know that yet. This is the reason we're having this conversation right now. It's like I want to learn. You know, I don't want to just stay.
I'm just here to flame low MMR players. Just kidding.
He's getting his fun out of it.
Compensate for my lack of my own skill, right?
No, like it's like you probably look like idiots to you right now. That's like stuff.
No.
Like,
I mean,
stuff that seem basic, like very primitive to you. Like,
no. Look, I teach at universities. I really like helping people, right? I think everyone has to start somewhere, and I really enjoy at least like I'm not perfect, and I have my fair share of flaws, right? But I think if I have great delight in learning myself, and if I can share it with others, it's only for the better.
That's true. I agree. 100%. Thank you, Einstein.
Yeah, you're welcome, boy. Quantum physicists represent.
Represent.
So, and here I'm just a question here. So I like bring creeps to the neutral camp, and should I tank all of this or
No.
So
No.
I'm just
You
playing
should
as
let
a
those
next
creeps clear
here.
those camps because those creeps clear that camp faster than you can.
Yeah, and I'm getting fucking million damage here.
Like if you let those creeps hit the camps die faster, and you can just take the last hit without losing HP. Because you need to think about your HP as a resource, right? Every 400 HP you miss is 110 gold you're missing. Why? Because it's a self.
Yeah.
Right.
So you've just thrown away roughly 180 gold, 170, right? About 1.5 self. Like that's not worth it. Because how much gold are you gonna get out of that camp? Like you also get experience, right? So it's not completely fair, right? Because like sometimes it's worth sacrifice. Like it sometimes on mid, right? If I'm playing Visage, right? I have a really weak laning stage, but my level 6 is huge. I'm willing to trade 200 HP, 300 HP for getting a laser on range, right? And then I bring a self every time, and I'm wasting this gold, right? I'm probably spending more gold on self than I'm getting out of the lane, but at least I'm getting experience to my level 6 because the faster I get my level 6, it all is return on investment because I can farm the jungle at light speed, right? So it's not as clear cut as saying you shouldn't trade HP, but don't trade HP without justification, right? If you can do it more efficient without losing HP, then don't trade your HP.
Well, I'm just experienced with this kind of stuff with Axe, and Axe really plays like this. So you just walk into the camp.
You want them to hit you
Yeah. That's
but
why
retaliate is like not that much damage.
Yeah.
It's only 30 something like.
No, yeah, but the thing is, he actually would have lost a lot less HP if we had a stout. But as you said, that's 200 gold if he buys one. Still, so that's like buying 2 selves, basically.
Yeah, probably like, if you tanked away with 2 stout shields and then let the creeps hit there, you probably would have had like, I don't know, 900 HP left. That's 500 more than that's 400 more than you have now.
So like a salve, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, here I start getting some farm, some type of right clicks.
Yeah, but this is where Oracle should just leave you alone so you get maximum experience.
Yeah, that's when I start.
Yeah, and we're just I'm calling this all day.
advantage.
Just leave this Lark, come get the void. Because he's even alone now.
Yeah, I mean I need the XP honestly. It's like I can't jungle.
No. You don't use your W to farm. That's like the worst HP trade. Unless okay, if you're TPing away in
I'm
Shrine,
gonna
okay.
go TP away.
But like W trading with W is really inefficient. It's just a kill secure. It's not necessarily like if you want to blow someone up, you use it, but it's not good for just trading HP.
Okay, that's good to note because I'm not. I usually use W on the other supports.
Look, as soon as you have your ring of regen, you can start doing it, right? But
yeah.
right now, you're in no position to trade HP because the HP trade is equal. You only want to do it if you have the better HP regen. Because then you can trade equal HP and still pull ahead.
Yeah, tranks or something.
Tranks,
You can use
whatever.
them and pull back, yeah, fair enough. I think at this point we're still trying to secure top, even though we already lost it.
By the way, it's past 11. Like, I need to go to bed, and, or I don't need to, but I don't want to be too tired. So we should kind of wrap it up because I also think I've said a lot already, man.
Yeah, no, I think at this point we got the general idea. I think as of their 3 cores are ahead of all 5 of us.
And also,
So,
right,
like we get the idea. Basically.
Analyzing mid game right now is only me saying they have more net worth. It doesn't matter what they do, they'll win. Right? Like there's nothing to analyze here because analyzing the mid game basically means you've played the lanes as good as you can. Right? And then we look at the mid game how you should react. But if you didn't optimize your lane, there's no point in looking at the mid game because whatever they'll do, they'll probably win. Like they can even just dive your tower and throw and still have enough net worth to do it, right? Because
they dove T3, man.
but like they have the net worth, and like there's nothing to say for me except from well, you should have won your lane, and then we can look at the mid game again and see what kind of like the little details we should have changed instead of like it's like for like this is the example I always give, right? If you take a sledgehammer and throw it at a wall and break through it, the right level of analysis is not looking at the little splinters, right? That's not the right level of analysis. You look at the water hole as a whole and say there's a big hole in there, right? And first you fix that hole, and then you look at all the splinters and little things that are still like not perfect.
Yeah. Agreed. 100% agreed. That's last week's, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's last week's.
Yeah.
And here we're basically winning during the mid game, like 12-minute mark. That's our net worth well on the red side.
Yeah, is that the game we lost?
Yes, that's the game we lost.
Oh right, like all 3 of our cores are ahead.
Yeah.
I get a Shadow Blade on my Dragon Knight instead of getting a Blink.
Well,
so we
actually, yeah, we've talked about this one already a bit, so we analyzed it a bit. So yeah, basically the reason we had no initiation, and we picked Dragon Knight to do the initiation, and he was just.
And we had no reliable stuns either. We just had 2 stuns exactly. It's like just 1 stun and like Bane, who's like not really a stun.
Yeah, and it's my silence and that's.
But more importantly, they have better team fight. Like I look at it like the only way you're winning this is if you split push them or siege push them. But taking team fights, you're gonna lose guaranteed because Omni Slash plus Lich plus Klink's ultimate plus Omni ulti plus Pango ulti. You have nothing against that. There's not a single hero that can deal with those 4 heroes combined.
This is what we tried to do actually. Yeah. Like we tried to like 5-man it because we wanted to play around Exorcism and we just died every time because I can't do anything.
No. Like it's nothing to do with your playstyle. Like you played the lanes well, but you completely like some lineups, right? They're okay losing the lanes, right? Because if I have a Magnus, Enigma, Silencer, Warlock, Void, right? It doesn't matter that I'm 10k behind because if you take a 5-on-5, I still do a lot of damage.
just Chrono lol, basically.
It's like not even Flex Seal can save you at that point, right? Like you need to be very careful.
Right.
Yeah. And
so like this is.
So this is basically lineup or like playstyle mostly. So like we should have split, like you said, but like
we just shouldn't have taken the fights 5v5. We just split and push, and that's like.
Yeah, because look at the heroes alone, right? Omni alone doesn't do much, right? His ulti is kind of like awkward alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Blink alone is really squishy. Jugger alone, he tries to push. You just Bane ultimate if he starts a TP, right? If it Pango ults, you Bane ultimate, like that's doable. But you can't deal with a Bane. You can't like. For example, right, you can't just blow up a Klinks while he's getting Guardian Angel while you're getting Omniscient, right? That's too much to deal with. Your draft can only deal with 1 or 2 heroes at a time.
Yeah, true. Fair enough.
Like, unless you're 20k ahead, then it doesn't matter. But you're not.
Of course.
You're only slightly ahead.
Yeah, but it's like 11-minute mark and 5k. It's really kind of far ahead. It's if you say at that point.
Yes, but like it's not far ahead that like. It's not far ahead that you have like nullifiers and don't care about Omni ulti. You have like all these silences and hexes where it's like if you get like 5-man hex right, if you don't have lockdown, you can still win fights because you just hex everyone and blow them up. But you're not on that level right now, right? Like you're still in that early game.
That would
I
be
mean,
nice.
5-man Hex Dagon late game is still like one of the best strategies for winning if you don't know what to do.
Right.
You just everyone gets a hack except Link and a Dagon. You just like try and blow people up. But yeah, look,
that would be nice.
Yeah, basically like what that would happen.
look, right? Like you can't deal with like they're running over you. There's no way you can do.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
So
hang.
that's- Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very
Thank
much
you for
for your
everything, man.
time.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Like, leave some mean or not so mean combat feedback in the channel. I'll give you the role to leave feedback because that's important for Ogre Boy, so he can keep up to date with what we're doing as
Alright.
coaches.
All right. Very nice. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll keep them.
Okay.
I'll
I'll
link them to the thing because I'm the
I'll
one.